Good evening, everyone. It's Nicole. Um, my topic tonight is something that I've shared with friends close to me before, and every time I seem to mention this, I get people who are like, wow. So, buckle up. This one's a big one. The phrase was pretty much sparked in a conversation with my daughter when she was probably, I think, in either her senior year or high school. She may remember the first time, but my oldest daughter, was the first one to hear this. And I was talking about, times when you are trying to figure out, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. I'm not sure what to do. And I realized, hi, Rebecca. I realized, and it just flowed from my lips that day, but there's real wisdom in this comment, and it is sometimes when you don't know what you want, or actually sometimes it's easier to know what you don't want rather than what you do. So if you're sitting there in a situation where you're really struggling with a big decision and you're trying to figure out what you want, maybe flip that around and say, well, here's what I know I don't want, and make that list. List it all out. We can be very clear most of the time about what we don't want. I don't want this. I don't want that. I'm not putting up with this anymore. I don't want to act this way anymore. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. And go for it. Dump it all out. And then when you look at that list and you actually think about the choice you're trying to make, it is highly likely that it will be much easier to make the choice, because now you're able to actually look at the different choices you have, and you can see that there's probably going to be, this one's probably going to lead to that and that and that, and those are things I don't want. And this one may lead to this and this, and that I don't want. It's much easier if you get really clear on where your non-negotiables are. Where are your boundaries? What are your non-negotiables? What are the things? So for me, tonight I had a great time with a friend, and the time passed and it was no longer 7:00. And I've made a commitment that I wanted to post at 7:00, but I'm not going to end a good time with my friend to go make an appointment with myself. I'm still here, and Rebecca's here, which I'm glad to see, and there'll be other people who see it and comment too, right? So for me, I'm not going to be that person. I was never a person that allowed a clock to dictate my whole life. I don't want to be that person. So but I think for me, even at this moment, probably a time where I want to list out again all the things I don't want. I don't do it on a regular basis, but sometimes it's worth doing, because I do have decisions to make about a lot of things going on and how I'm going to proceed with the project and what I'm doing and what's priority and all those things. And sometimes that can get overwhelming in my brain. So even though it's not maybe the same kind of decisions that I've typically shared this wisdom with people at their moment when they're trying to make major life decisions, like going to school or not going to school, getting married or not getting married, staying married or not staying married. Like, it seems to come up in those moments, homeschooling or not homeschooling, but even in the moments when it is something like your own child and that homework assignment, you can know, if you are clear on, when my kid is way too stressed out and I can sense that they need me, I'm not going to push homework and pressure on them in that way. I'm going to focus on connection, because I've decided that I don't want to be the source of my kid's stress. Things like that. So I challenge you to take a few minutes, develop a list, keep working on your list, see if it changes over time, but know and get very clear on what you don't want. It will make future decisions, current decisions, much easier. that's what I have for you tonight, folks. Have a great night.